Who among us has never been regaled or bothered by celebrity impersonators at a party? You know the type. They're either responding to shout-outs from their buddies across the room or quoting from popular movies, and they almost always go home alone.
Hey!
Face the facts, Oleg. We here at Titan TV wondered what would happen if we took two impression maestros and had them battle it out for supremacy. Then we wondered what would happen if we sentenced the loser to death, but Nick said he'd back out if we went with that plan.
What's up?
So we just stuck to the first part of the idea. We're tuning it the Impression Showdown. Here's how it works. Each contestant is given a list of impressions by our list of judges. When the contestant finishes the impression, he then uses the clicker to be challenged by the next one. The contestant with the best overall impression will be deemed the Impression Showdown Master and will also receive this box of delicious ice cream bars.
Hey bro, I'm lactose intolerant.
And just up the stakes a bit, the winner will also receive a kiss from this highly paid, attractive girl. Okay, Nick won the coin toss backstage and has elected to go first. Okay guys, I want a nice, clean impression showdown. No second-rate Sean Connery voices, please. All right. Got the list? All right. Okay. Milhouse's dad.
Can I borrow a feeling? Could you lend me a jar of love? Hurting hearts need some healing. Take my hand with your glove of love.
W. Bush.
9/11 never would have happened if Hee-Haw was still on the air.
Robert Plant.
Come for the land of the ice and snow.
Tom Brokaw.
Hello, this is Tom Brokaw of NBC Nightly News. I speak as if I'm mildly sedated and I've got some taffy stuck to the roof of my mouth.
Christopher Walken.
Sometimes when I'm doing thumb wrestling with a friend or just some stranger that I met on the bus, going from point A to point B, I look down on my thumb and I don't know, I wish it had more bulk to it, you know? That way, I think I'd have a better all-time record when it comes to thumb wrestling. Plus, I think it'd be funny to put like a miniature cape on there or a mask, so that way he looks like a professional wrestler. I don't know, I think that'd be fun.
Every fish song you've ever heard.
Cousin Eugene, where does blue jeans? La 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 la. Cue the 20-minute guitar solo.
Okay, with that, we are officially out of time. Okay, thanks, Nick. The scores are in, and it's Tyler's turn. Tyler, are you ready?
Let's do this.
All right. All right, Tyler, are you ready? Steve Perry.
And I should have been gone. Oh, Sherry, I'm out of love.
Fran Drescher.
Oh, Mr. Sheffield.
Scooby-Doo. Jake Delhomme.
I'm Jake Delhomme. I love horses. I could eat cereal for every meal.
Christopher Reeve. Rob Thomas.
Jibba dibba, go for a ride. I keep your hands out the side. I'm gonna take it for granted. Go on on me.
Okay, Tyler, thank you.
I don't know, I mean, that's just a real noggin scratcher. I don't know which one to go with.
Okay, I think I speak for the entire audience when I say that was our first and probably most compelling impression showdown ever. Both men performed brilliantly. Unfortunately, only one can be awarded a kiss from the lovely Miss What's-Her-Name, while the loser gets the humiliating consolation prize of an all-expense paid trip to the Bahamas. Yeah. The winner by the slimmest of margins was Nickel-Lig.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh, this is the best moment of my life. Woohoo! Hi.
Hi.
These aren't important. I'm Nick. I won the thing back there. Yeah, let's get to it, baby. Ooh, Dreamweaver, I believe we can get on through the night. Ooh, dream. What the? Hey, what's going on? Ugh, you son of a bitch. Ugh. I earned that kid.
Mustachioed Oleg's lust for lip locks had been thwarted once again. Let us press forward, then, with another installment of Sleuts, Dudes, and Brews. The advent of the second semester brought about a changing of the guard in Apartment 8. Tim, the creator of a homicidal geometric figure, had received his college diploma in spite of the highly publicized Chancellor Wet Willie incident, and was intent upon moving to pastures greener and less depressing than Oshkosh. In his stead, Nick, an equally diminutive fellow, moved in. Shortly after settling in, he was given a grand tour of the establishment by his new roommate, Mike, which commenced in the kitchen.
Mike greeted Nick with a hearty handshake that embodied all the jocularity of a Walmart greeter. He then touted Apartment 8's most historic attraction, a seafood casserole that had been kept in a refrigerator since move-in day over 2 years ago. Nick was intrigued, but when the pair peered into the opened fridge, the legendary seafood casserole was nowhere to be found. If Mike's reaction was a pro wrestling match, Fury would have been tagged in for puzzlement. "Where's the seafood casserole?" he shouted. "Did someone throw it out? What kind of uber-douche dead man would toss a historic casserole?" Rick emerged from his bedroom and asked, "What's all this fuss about a seafood casserole?" Mike wasted no time confronting his roommate and demanded to know the whereabouts of the casserole. "The seafood casserole is gone?" Rick fumed. "No, don't tell me some jerk threw out a piece of history." Obviously, Rick's rage proved his innocence. Rick inspected the fridge and absorbed the solemn sight of the cool buzzing appliance devoid of its ancient casserole. The buzzing fridge barely drowned out the sound of heavy hearts beating inside the men's chest. Just then, the door flew open, and wayward Tim Ziegler entered his former abode. "Get a load of me," he proclaimed. If Tim was expecting pleasantries, he picked the wrong time to visit. At once he was interrogated by Mike, who asked, "Hey, did you throw out the seafood casserole?" Tim's denial was quick and emotionless. He brushed off the question as though it was a rare flake of dandruff on his new suit. He then presented a picture of actor Dennis Haskins on his high-tech cellular phone. "Get a load of my new drinking buddy in Hollywood," he boasted. Tim's former roommates were in no mood to indulge his colossal ego. Rick persisted. "Well, if you didn't throw it out, do you know who did?" Nick interrupted the inquisition. He had discovered a rod of uranium hidden behind a boot garnished with mustard. He asked, "Why is there a rod of uranium in here?" Mike replied, "Oh, I bought it on sale at Aldi's. The clerk guy told me I could melt it down and use it as a delicious green condiment." Tim and Rick were dismayed by Mike's blunder. Tim said, "Nuclear material in the fridge? Not cool, bro." "Did I get swindled by that Aldi's clerk?" Mike pondered. At this point, the story takes a sci-fi twist. For those of you unaware of the effects of radiation, science teaches us that radiation can mutate outdated food into a nightmarish monstrosity. The seafood casserole menace crashed through the window, as terrifying as a dragon's dong, and twice as smelly. Nick reacted at once, horrified and fighting for survival. Knife in hand, he charged the casserole menace, grimacing like a pirate who had just been sprayed with mace. Nick's fiery spunk was no match for the casserole menace, who severed Nick's ropey forearm with its razor-sharp pincers. It then battered him against the wall with a headbutt too brutal to be shown on television. The casserole menace hovered over the remaining three. Mike and Rick cowered in abject fear, dreading the inevitable. Tim was far more relaxed, however. As the casserole menace inched closer, he nonchalantly sent a text message. Mike pleaded, "For God's sake, Tim, this is no time to send a stupid text message." To which Tim replied, "Man, you stress too much." Just then, a gun-toting figure appeared in the doorway. With ice water coursing through his veins, he took aim at his target and fired a full clip of ammunition into the casserole menace. Apartment 8's mutated nemesis dropped lifeless to the floor, splattering its slimy ingredients onto the carpet. When the smoke cleared, it was revealed the gang had been rescued by a former TV star. "You've been saved by the Dennis Haskins," he announced. Tim laughed and said, "Cut the catchphrase, BS, Denise. What took you so long?" Haskins snorted. "Don't be a ball breaker, Ziggy." And then, pointing at Nick's unconscious body, he scoffed and asked, "What's his problem?" "Who cares?" answered Tim. "We wasted enough time in this crap hole. Let's 23 skidoo out of here." And with nary a word for his former roommates, Tim departed alongside Haskins. But he soon darted back to check on Nick. His inspection revealed that Nick still had a severed forearm that probably required medical attention. And more importantly, he had $80 in his wallet. "All right, gas money," Tim said.
Tuesday. The place to be is Lawn-Dart County Municipal Building in Cooter, Mississippi. It's going to be an electoral extravaganza as two candidates of carnage arm wrestle in order to determine once and for all who gets to be mayor. Russell Stankey is a part-time dune buggy repairman and a full-time terrorist hater. He has worn the same stained white t-shirt for 492 consecutive days. He claims he once lifted an obese foreigner way over his head while surfing atop a van in the express lane. He knows the words to all of Larry the Cable Guy's funniest routines. His political credentials? Irrelevant.
Get a load of your new mayor, Cooter. If I had just one wish, I'd be locked in a room with Osama bin Laden for at least 10 solid minutes. And don't think there'd be any of that gay stuff going on. I'd give that Iraqi son of a bitch an ass pounding of a lifetime. Ugh!
Stiltskin Culverton is a former pro wrestling referee who turned his back on the profession upon realizing the sport wasn't as authentic as it seemed. He's between jobs and remains disillusioned. He's seen the film Over the Top more than 100 times, and he has recently founded a non-for-profit organization called Fist Pumps for Justice. His stance on budget realignment? What kind of pussy are you?
I don't know much about tourism or how to make the economy better or how to read, but I do know one thing. I am Russell Stankey's worst nightmare. And this is why. Take a look at these, Russell. And another thing I know is that I've seen Over the Top 1,000,000 times. How many times has he seen it? 3 or 4. It's all about over the top.
Cooter is in the grips of election fever, and it's more potent than hepatitis. The politics of pansies have failed. Be there on Tuesday to help usher in the politics of punishment.
Yeah, that's what she said.
welcome back to Nitwits on the Sidewalk, the show that proves to the rest of the world that the average American is every bit as dumb as they think we are. These are our contestants, Nate and Amy. Hey Nate, who do you like in the upcoming Cooter mayor election?
Do you hear how many times candidate Corvington's so over the top? There's no way he's going down.
For sure.
All right, that's some great insight. Now let's take a look at the monitor to see how our first nitwit is gonna do. I got a hunch he's gonna make us all feel a whole lot better about our own IQ levels.
Hello there, I'm Kip Doodleberry from TV's Nitwits on the Sidewalk. Sir, what's your name?
Name's W.
Okay, and what do you do for a living?
I work in my daddy's business.
Fantastic, keeping it within the family. Listen, I've got some trivia questions for you. Are you ready to answer them?
Is this like one of those hee-haw questions? Man, I love that show.
Actually, no. This question pertains to geography. Geography,
huh? Well, I don't know much about rock formations and plate tectonics, but I'll give it a shot.
Okay, sounds good. Here's the question. What continent does Egypt belong to? I repeat, what continent does Egypt belong to?
Ho ho ho! Okay, Nate, how about it? Do you think he's gonna get this one right?
Well, he didn't seem like a total buffoon. He wasn't drooling all over his chin or anything, but he did speak with a distinct southern accent, so I think he's gonna get it wrong.
Nate says no. How about you, Amy?
Definitely no.
All right, that is 2 against 0. Let's go to the tape to see if this guy knows his ass from a hole in the ground.
Is it the one with the topless black women that touches the equator thingy?
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to be a little bit more specific than that.
What is the one with the topless equator and the black thingy? And you heard what I said before. What is what I just said?
No, look, you're just giving a vague description of the continent, and plus this isn't Jeopardy either. So do you know the name of the continent or not, W? W. Hey, W, come on.
Whoa, were you just talking to me?
Yeah, of course I was talking to you. Who else would I be talking to?
See, you mispronunciated my name. It's not W, it's W.
Okay, so W. What continent does Egypt belong to? Answer, please.
What continent does Egypt belong to?
Yeah.
Equatorifica.
Hey, we've got 2 winners on Nitwits on the Sidewalk. Okay, because you both doubted our president's intelligence, you've each won a 7-day trip to the Bahamas.
Aren't you glad our president's a total dumbass?
Does this answer your question?
Uh-oh. It's a Nitwits on the Sidewalk dance party.
Celebrate good times, come on.
All right, hey. Oh, good for you. Hey, listen, you're not with that guy, are you?
Actually,
Well, he can't hear us. He's off in La La Land. He's got the jukebox blaring. Come on, can I get some digits? I'm really lonely. Come on. Oh, he won! Bahamas! Yay! Oh, I love the Bahamas.
Celebrate good times, come on! Boom, it's a celebration, yeah.
That's a Jackpot Sunday. What's next, Troy?
Jackpot Sunday indeed. That was a triple cherry voiceover, Vance. We can use that for the campaign party compilation album, too.
Kill 2 birds with 1 rock. That's my motto.
Let's do Whoopee Making Mix, Volume 6.
No, darling, I can't get enough of your love, baby. I said, darling, I'm not wearing any pants right now.
Nailed it. What's next?
Indeed. Another take would only waste valuable time. Let's move on to, singles that make her tingle. It's all you.
Ooh, dream weaver, I believe we can get on through the night. Ooh, dream weaver, I believe your boobs are a beautiful sight.
Got it.
There isn't a woman alive that could resist the sound of your voice coupled with other people's words, Vance. Not only that, I'm guessing there's plenty of guys that would swoon for you at the sound of that last song. Plenty of guys, Vance.
Uh-huh. Anyway, what do you say we plow on to that emo tribute to the Beastie Boys album? How does that sound?
What? Oh, the Beastie Emo thing. It's all you. Fire when ready.
Dynamite. I don't care what you heard or care what you seen. I swear it wasn't me in Bear Magazine, 'cause I'm not that hairy. Au contrary, I go with the flow, though the tempo varies. Eureka, we've done it again. Mainly me. What's next?
2 words, Vancy. Jackpot Sunday.
No. Jackpot Sunday is only funny when I say it. All right? If you're not Vance Flurney and you use the phrase Jackpot Sunday, you're going to make an ass of yourself. I trademarked that line back. Hold on a second. I'm not done yelling at you. Hello. Oh, that's right. Listen, oh, baby, I'm sorry. I'm real sorry. You just stay in the mood. Vancy will be there as ASAP, all right? Okay, bye. You stay in the mood. Listen, I gotta skedaddle. There's something more important than this I gotta get to. You don't understand, but I gotta hightail it.
But wait, you still haven't done the voiceover for tonight's musical guest.
Listen, Vance Flirty has never been late for a 3-way with Victoria's Secret models, and he's not about to start now. I'm out of here.
Wait, Vance, wait, come back. Guess we're gonna have to go with Plan B.